It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the AFC West. It's the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs, and it comes your way next.
From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. But the Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Here's the rookie out of Rutgers, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
But you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
On first down, Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Mahomes going to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. 3 yards remain for second down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, a chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. To the 43, second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher running these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Murray. And some room to run now. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throwing again here, Wilson. Right back to Jeudy, and it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Open man. He completes it to Judy. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. Wilson will throw again. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No further, third down.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. Fourth down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Mahomes now on first down. He finds McKinnon complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go draw play to McKinnon. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play, attacked the middle of the field for a big gain and a first down.
They'll run the counter with Murray. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Wilson. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give, left side. This is Murray. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Another run for Murray on 2nd down. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Wilson. He's going to drop this one down for Murray. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Fourth down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. Made his first, this now from 46 yards away. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
This is always a tricky angle for a right-footed kicker because he's trying to draw it to the center of the uprights, but instead he pushes it to the right, and it's no good.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Mahomes. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another 1st down.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. The 2nd quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now a handoff running through the middle. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Chiefs have moved out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Wilson on 1st down. Incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Murray. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Here's Wilson. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he will have a Broncos first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
You and I talked about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And this one too low.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go do this thing, baby.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came out of the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Washington's got it. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot, if that's what they want to do.
They're going to run it with Murray. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field. He wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Murray. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He was searching for a lane, but on that play, everything closed very fast.
Yeah, so far the one-on-one stuff up front, trying to block those big men, not really working too well. I'm thinking maybe some traps, maybe some sweeps to get them moving. That might help out a little bit to try and find some room to run.
Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
Fourth down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by McManus is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So it was fourth down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation, but sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
It's one play at a time, baby.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Quickly to Kelsey. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster on a touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes, as his guys are able to extend their lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. That time, a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 27. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Flushed out right. Is to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
Stuck for a loss by the linebacker, Josie Jewell.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Let's go, man. Me and you. Me and you.
Now here's Mahomes. Looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. His throw incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And if there was a lane there, it closed in quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Steps away to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster on a touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 15 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now it's Wilson. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Denver. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Washington now brings this out. And the Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Now Wilson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again is Wilson. Going with a screen for Murray. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. In that play, they wound up losing yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Wilson to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Here's Wilson.
Finding Sutton on the out route who makes the catch. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
That's George Karlaftis who fought his way through the line to bury him.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Fourth down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal.
This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good,
and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. KC's offense ready to take over.
They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Alex Singleton, the linebacker, there on the tackle.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Mahomes. Screen play, McKinnon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change, because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 25-yard line.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw. On the slant, completes to Sutton.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Waste of time.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll run it left side with Murray. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's showtime, baby.
On the delay, this is Murray. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense set to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Randy Gregory coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Handoff, it's McKinnon. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
49 yards on the ground for him so far.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Mahomes now on 1st down. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes to Valdez-Scantling over the middle.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
And that'll be caught by Tony. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
Mahomes now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
Washington now brings this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 22. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Now Wilson.
Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Murray will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, and he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go play fake. Mahomes.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 41. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Now a give, this is McKinnon, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Hands it off out of the gun. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here is Wilson and the Broncos. Down by 2 touchdowns, just over 1:40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to drop this one down for Murray. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
To throw again on second down, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now it's Wilson. Finding Sutton. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now he dumps this off over the middle.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Let's go get this thing, baby. That's what it is. That's what it is, brother.
The Broncos in their hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. Throwing again on second down. Wilson, he finds his man, complete. It's Murray. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's a completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
On first down, Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.